Hi, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. We don't have any projects going on in the Integra right now, so we're just going to use this opportunity as kind of like informal, formal introduction of who we are and the Acura Integra. My name is Jared. I am the owner of DBJ 710 Fabrication. So we have a lot going on with that business. It's a business we're trying to get going and building, and we're using the platform of YouTube to kind of show you and promote what we're going to be doing. So hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you don't miss anything, because we're going to be doing a lot here and introducing ourselves and what we're going to be doing and what we can offer to you guys. So leave a comment, put a thumbs up and everything. Let us know where you're from and let us know, what kind of car you have and if there's anything that we're going to be doing towards your car. I mean, we're working on things, but the Integra is our main foundation that we have, just because we do have it.
Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. Yo, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. I don't really think I understand this world now. Got my head spinning round in a circle. Everybody lacks what they need internal, so they compensate with everything external. Not trying to throw shade, no way. I'm just trying to find a meaning of life, hey. There's happiness if you try to live the right way. Forget about what others have and live your life, hey. Be aware of who you are, what you're good at. Take a step forward, see where your foot's at. Stand tall, stand proud, talk loud. Every word out your mouth has purpose now. You just gotta get rid of the bad thoughts, hating others cause you know that they gotta lie. Forget that though, you got plenty, you're alive in this life, you got time.
Today we don't have any projects, so it's just like I said, kind of an informal, introduction to us, but an introduction to my 2001 Acura Integra LS automatic. I know. Automatic, that's kind of like a dreaded thing in the car community, but I'll explain that in here in just a minute. So first off, I always get asked why an Acura Integra. This is 2021. I really don't know why I looked at my watch. I'm not even wearing a watch right now, but it is 2021. Why do you have an Acura Integra? Well, I've always had a love for the Integra. I mean, I grew up with a love of muscle cars and low riders and things like that. And it wasn't until my teenage years when I seen the Fast and the Furious that I kind of grew a love for these JDM, tuner cars. So I've always loved the 90s Japanese cars. They just always kind of like intrigued me since I grew up on muscle cars and low riders. And to see these, and these are different, it was amazing. So when I was a teenager and I seen the Fast and the Furious and I seen the Integra, that was out of my reach, out of my price range and everything. So it was kind of like one of those cars that was like, it's iconic, it was great, it was a legend in the 90s and even early 2000s, but it was out of my reach as being a young kid. So I ended up in 2005, I was able to find one, a used one, for a decent price, but at that time I didn't know what I was doing. So I did a lot of, questionable modifications, I guess you can say. I mean, for the time they were okay, but even then it was like, I put a lot of stuff at the car, but not a lot of money. And that was my number one, biggest problem is when you just throw a bunch of stuff at a car, but you're actually not buying quality parts, you kind of just get a mishmash of everything. And I ended up getting rid of that car. And ever since then, I regretted it because I knew what the Integra could be. And I knew that as I grew and I got older, I could create something great. I knew I had more knowledge. Knowledge is gained with time. So it was great. So I've just always had a love for it and I've liked it. And that's why I have an Acura Integra now. Even though it's 2021 and this car is well over 20 years old, it's still a great car. A lot of people always ask, well, it's slow. My Ford Focus is faster than this, has more horsepower and things like that. But the simplicity of this Integra compared to now vehicles, but also the engineering that went into this Integra compared to vehicles now, there's a reason why it was rated as the #1 front wheel drive of its time and for the longest period of time, and also why up until recently it was still on the top 10 most stolen car list, because they're desirable cars. I mean, they're great cars. So yeah, it is lower horsepower compared to what today's standards are, but they take modifications so well and so easily, and there's so many things that we can do, and we are going to be doing something in the future. So if you've watched some of our previous videos, you know that eventually the thing's going to get boosted. We are going to go turbo. We already have the intercooler. We already have all the fuel supply, fuel rails, fuel filters, fuel injectors, fuel pump regulators. So the only thing we're missing is a turbo, a manifold, and a downpipe, really. And a tune. But that's about it. Another question that I always get is, why an automatic? Why did you not get a manual Integra? I never intended to get an automatic when I was searching for the Integra. Yes, I did want the GSR. I knew I wouldn't find a Type R, especially in my price range. I wanted a GSR. Yes, I would have even settled for an LS or an RS as long as it was manual. But my number one thing besides budget was I wanted one that was stock. I didn't want one that was somebody else's project, whether it was built nicely or built poorly. I didn't want somebody else's project. I wanted to understand and feel what an OEM stock Integra was before I put modifications onto it. Guess what? You're not finding a stock GSR or even a stock manual Integra in, 2016 or 2015 or whenever it was that I purchased this thing. You're not going to find it. It was impossible in my price range. Like, there was some people asking $15,000 for an Integra that wasn't even stock. It was a manual, it was a GSR. I mean, I couldn't do this. Well, I found this thing in the back of a Volkswagen dealership, 100% stock, single owner car, and I passed it up a few times, but I eventually, with my looking around, not finding what I want, I found this. So henceforth, that's why I drive an automatic, that's what I could find stock. And I left this thing stock for like the first 3 years of ownership, and I enjoyed what the Integra was. Now that I was older, I can understand and enjoy it and appreciate what it was. And I didn't start modifying it until things started going out. So now it's become my project and the staple for DBJ 710. So we're trying to build it up. Our goal is hopefully hit SEMA of 2022 with this car. I mean, that would be my goal because everything is being funded by me. I do have small sponsorships here and there that we'll get into here in a minute, but everything is being funded by me. So that's why the slow process. But what's great for you is you guys get to watch this and join along with what we're doing here at DBJ 710 and watch the growth and the build of this Integra, because I want to build something that's, unique to what's going on today, what's with the modern trends and things like that, but also keeping it, ideal to what an Integra is. So that's why we're going to maintain the front wheel drive. I'm not going to go all wheel drive. I'm not going to go rear wheel drive. That's why I'm also going to maintain the B18 B1 engine into it. And I'm not going to go with a K-swap. I'm not going to go with a B20 or anything. I'm actually going to maintain the B series motor and just build it and make a turbo out of it and have fun with it and let people know that this thing that's 20 years old is still, able to keep up with modern day vehicles. And so that is the plan. The next big project that we have is coming up really soon. We have one more package that I'm waiting on before I start with the suspension. I think it should be coming in the next day or two. I just got the tracking information, so we should be seeing that real soon. But I'm going to show you what we have going on the next big project for this car. We all know that this is the air ride because I've already started on that, but let's check out what we have. All right, so we know that we're going air ride and things like that. And since we're gonna have all the suspension off, I'm gonna do a lot more upgrades and also just fixing a few little problems here and there. And one of the things while we're doing the air ride, we're gonna replace bearings and bushings and things like that. So we are replacing a lot with polyurethane. Anything that's not going to take too much articulation into it, we're going with a polyurethane, just so it's stiffer and harder than the rubber and it's not going to wear out as much, but it's also going to be something that's an improvement. It is stiffer than the rubber, but we're going air, so we don't need the comfort too much. So another thing that we have are these spherical bearings or Heim joints for the toe kit on the rear. Now, with all the articulation that's going to be happening in certain parts, I went with spherical bearings just so we prevent early premature wear onto them. These are amazing. They're going to last a long time. They're going to be sound. They're just going to look cool. Look, I mean, look at that. Look, race car parts right here. I mean, that's cool. So another one that we have. So if you own a Honda Civic, a CRV, Del Sol, you know, an Integra, one of the biggest pains are the rear trailing arm bushings. Getting those in, getting those out requires a special tool or a little engineering and things like that. But with anytime that you lower a car, because those bushings are clocked in, when you lower a car, you put a lot of stress on those bushings. And then taking them out and putting them on, it's the pain. There's a specialty tool you can get, you can buy, whatever. And it's a pain. So we are going with the Blocks spherical bearings for that. So we're gonna have all the articulations that we need. It's not gonna premature wear out when we go air, when we drop it, when we raise it. So these are gonna be awesome. They press right in. Luckily enough, I have the 10-ton hydraulic press over there, so I'll be able to easily do it. I just have to remove the complete lower trailing arm on the Integra to get it done. But these are pretty cool. Gold was not my choice. Luckily enough, this was part of a sponsorship that I had, so I was able to get these. I did not get to choose the color though, but I mean, it's all right. It's all right. Gold's okay. I mean, we gotta stay gold, right? Stay gold, stay humble. That's our model right here. But it's not gonna go along with the theme too much, but it's still gonna be cool. It's gonna get that little, you look under the car, you're gonna see and you're gonna know something special is there. But I'm excited to install these because this is just, it's awesome. It's not gonna wear out. I love it. And the articulation that you're gonna get with it is gonna be so improved on the ride, on the quality. And we're going with air, so we're not concerned too much with cushioning of it and it being stiff and solid because air is gonna compensate for all of that. And the highlight of the suspension, the new suspension that's going in, are the air sleeves, air struts, whatever you want. We got for the front and the rear. This was part of our sponsorship with the True Heart. So we already did the True Heart tie rod ends up front. Now we have the air struts. So big shout out to True Heart for these. These are amazing. I love them. I can't wait to install. They're an entry level for getting into the air ride. They're awesome. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna get out of it with drop and raise height and all that stuff. We're gonna have to figure that out once we actually get it on, but I'm truly excited for these right here. I can't wait. I hope you guys are excited too for this because this is gonna be something I've been waiting for a long time on. So I'm excited for these. I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss this because this is gonna be the greatest right here. So like I said, we have one more package coming in because once I get everything taken off and start replacing things, I don't want to get something else in that I got to replace later and take everything off. So I want to do it all at once. So it's going to be a lot of content for you guys to watch. It's going to be a lot of content for me to make, and it's just going to be amazing and great. So we got one more. That's going to be a surprise. I'm not letting you guys know what that part is yet. I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are excited for it too. But I'm ready for this, man. I'm ready to build this, and I'm ready for DBJ710 to really take off, and you know, we can do something together. And I just love it. If there's anything out there that you have a passion for, that you enjoy doing it, pursue it. I mean, even if it doesn't make you money or it doesn't make you money right away and you have to work toward it, do it. That's where purpose and happiness comes into your life, is when you just start doing the things that make you happy, because we are in a world where everything kind of bombards us and we get, you know, very anxious and we get very overwhelmed and we get stressed. And if you don't have that thing that makes you happy, you're just going to go through life miserable, and you're looking for problems to make something else feel better. So please, if you have a passion, get out there, work toward it, do it. Even if it's not making you any money, as long as it makes you happy, just do it. I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you stay tuned for what we have going on with the Integra and with the business, DBJ710. We're going to have merch coming really soon. We're working on that. So we got parts for the Integra coming really soon, so we're working on that. And everything's just becoming very hectic. And I love that because they say when life starts getting hard, that means you know you're on the right path. Or when life stops being easy, you're on the right path. And it has stopped being easy. I mean, it's not that it's hard, not that I struggle. There's just a lot of things going on, and a lot of things I want to do, and thoughts that keep me up at night. So I'm looking forward to it. It's exciting. It's a different turn in life, and I'm ready for it. And I appreciate you. And I hope you guys are ready for it too. And I hope you're along for the ride. So like I said, guys, I appreciate you guys for joining me today. Hit that subscribe button. You know, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification so you don't miss a thing. Because like I said, we've got plenty of things coming. And leave a comment down below of what you would like to see us do and what kind of vehicles that you think that we should start making parts for. Leave a thumbs up, guys. Share the video with your friends, your family, and anybody that you know, your neighbor, your strangers. Sit at the bus stop and just watch the video. When people ask what you're watching, let them know. It's DBJ710 Media. Check it out. And then get up and walk to your car and drive off and just things like that. But thank you for watching. I hope you guys all have a great day and are blessed. And remember, stay gold and stay humble. Peace.